Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And it's episode 613 of the show. Just finished watching not only AEW Dynamite, but the Red Sox Reds. I'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow on not only the Dugout Crew podcast. I will try for this weekend to report it on Big Beefy E's Boston Sports Beat. I try to do that. Let's go. It took place in San Diego, California. Blackpool Combat Club kicks off Dynamite. That will be the Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and John Moxley, with Bryan Danielson joining on commentary as they faced Bandito and Lucha Brothers in a trios matchup, which was a heck of a fight. But in the end, the Blackpool Combat Club did win the matchup. Alex Marvez did talk to the Elite about what happened and what happened at Double or Nothing in the Anarchy Arena. He says Kenny Omega's ticked off. He's left the country. He's back in Canada and all that. He is a very angry person, as Adam Page said, and the Young Bucks were hurt. And Dark Order kind of confronts Adam Page, and Adam Page was like, I'm going to talk to these guys. I'll be right back. So there's that. Tony Schiavone interviewed Bullet Club Gold, and Bullet Club Gold was like, running their mouths about Ricky Starks, and then they put their attention to FTR, and they've been running their mouths about FTR until FTR actually comes out, and Jay White thinks that, you guys are here to join Bullet Club Gold. They were really making a mockery of the whole situation, and then when they handed the microphone over to Dax Harwood, they dropped the microphone, and then Juice Robinson hit Dax Harwood with a roll of quarters, and then all four men were brawling. Both teams were brawling until Ricky Starks came out with a steel chair chasing Bullet Club Gold away. He says, you know what? And Ricky Starks goes, hey, how about this? You and I, Jay White, you and I finish it off next week. So, what do you say? So there's that. And Tony Khan, the announcement about the debut of Collision in the United Center in Chicago. Obviously, no surprise here. CM Punk is returning to AEW in Collision. Looks like finally got something settled. So, AEW Collision will kick off with CM Punk. It'll be not kick off with CM Punk. We'll kick off its debut with CM Punk, and not exactly kick off the show per se, but that's in the first show will have CM Punk. Will feature CM Punk. It'll be very interesting to see what's going on with him. And it's a triple threat match: Swerve Strickland, Big Bill, and Trent Beretta. What did I put Trent Beretta for? I don't know. But in the end, Swerve Strickland did win the matchup. And then Renee Paquette interviewed the acclaimed Billy Gunn, a.k.a. Daddy Ass, and Billy Gunn responding, hey, listen, I let the team down, and Max Caster and Anthony Bowens just assured him, hey, listen, it's okay. We're going to get you some gold. We're going to get you some gold at the end, before your career is up. Because they respect Billy Gunn, and everybody should, because he's been in the business for 30 years. You're talking 1993, you're talking about when he made his debut with Bart Gunn as one half of the Smoking Guns. I'll never forget that. And so Tony Schiavone interviewed Don Callis and Konosuke Takeshita. I had never heard a crowd boo so much, boo so loud, got much heat since Vicky Guerrero. And Don Callis has more heat than Vicky Guerrero right now. And when Vicky Guerrero on Raw, she got booed big time. But when she tried to talk to John Cena, but this is even, or when Elias dissed the Seattle crowd by not having a basketball team. The crowd in San Diego really let Don Callis have it. He says now he's going to create a new family, and he's going to start with Konosuke Takeshita. He says he's better than all the Japanese wrestlers that were mentioned. I'm like, yes, Forbidden Door is coming up. The Forbidden Door pay-per-view is coming up. And believe me, somebody from New Japan is going to answer that challenge of Konosuke Takeshita. I want to talk about the trios match. I want to go back to the trios match before I go on. Bandito is the master. He be the new master of delayed vertical suplex. He did delayed something that British Bulldog be proud for. He put Yuta into the delayed vertical suplex for a minute because they were counting. They were counting seconds up to 60 seconds. 60 seconds equal a minute. Had up there and for a minute delayed vertical suplex. That is crazy. I never seen it. I know Bulldog, probably the British Bulldog, if he was still alive and he can do that move still, he probably would do better. Trust me on that one. And so there's that. Orange Cassidy, the international champion, teaming up with Darby Allin versus the Gates of Agony. That will be Bishop Khan and Tony Leona. And Cassidy and Darby Allin won the match. Brian Cage tried to get involved, but then Sting came out to even the score for Cassidy and Allin. So that's going to be an interesting situation to say the least. Let's see if Sting, Cassidy, and Allin could challenge for the Ring of Honor six-man tag team championship. I don't think Sting's ever held a Ring of Honor championship belt after all the organizations he's been through. Well, he's never held a WWE championship title either. Might I digress? So MJF did cut a promo on the Double or Nothing title match. So says, "Hey, after I beat all these three chumps," he says, "anybody else? Nobody's on the level on the level of the devil." Okay, yeah, whatever, MJF. I hope you get, you're going to lose that title one of these days, boy. And once you do, if you go to WWE, they ain't going to be so easy on you, son. That's all I got to say on that matter. So, to MJF, geek. All right. So, Tony Schiavone was about to, cut a promo and all that. And then Hook came out to the ring unexpectedly. And Tony Schiavone goes, "Now that you're here, what's next for you? You helped the Hardys beat Ethan Page and the Firm and the Guns, which Ethan Page is now, the contract is now with Matt Hardy." He's about to say something, and then Jose, the assistant, or as I call him, Jose, the jalapeno assistant on the stick, interrupted Hook and said, "Shut up, you idiots," and all that, So, and he's upset that Hook got more TV time than Roosh did. And so, La Faction Ingobernables, the Jalisco, and Preston Vance, Pelo Peligroso, said, "Hey, why don't you show this Perro what happens?" And then Hook tried to fight him off. He was getting jumped. Then Jungle Boy Jack Perry came out with a steel chair, chasing him off. Fist bumps with Hook, and a lot of respect between the two. And Renee Paquette interviewed the Outcast, which was Saraya, Ruby Soho, and the new AEW Women's World Champion, the lovely and gorgeous and curvaceous Toni Storm. That's right, I said it. Juice Robinson wants to beat the crap out of me for saying that. Listen, my hat is off to him once again for marrying a hot-looking woman like freaking Toni Storm. And Toni Storm, was bragging about being the AEW Women's World Champion, and she'll defend the title. She says she'll be a fighting champion. So, and the TBS title was on the line as Chris Statlander defending it against Nyla Rose, and it was a heck of a fight, really. But Statlander ended up getting a duke, but Taya Valkyrie was watching with such disdain. Maybe she wants to be TBS Women's TBS champion. Statlander Statlander and Valkyrie. Let's see if we get that matchup. And the main event, the mixed tag team matchup. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, teaming up with her man, Adam Cole, baby, against Saraya and the Ocho, the leader of the Jericho Appreciation Society, Chris Jericho. Heck of a fight, but the Doctor and Mr. Boom and Mr. Thunder Boom himself, Britt Baker and Adam Cole, baby, won the match. So that is it. That's all the time I have on the show for episode 613 of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977 AEW Dynamite Event Center for May the 31st, 2023. That is it for today. The final episode for May of 2023. Tomorrow is June. It's going to be in the mid-70s, folks. It's going to be a very warm day. But over the weekend, it's going to rain. We'll see what happens there. All right, then. So that's all the time I have on the show. So I bid you good night. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.